And it's been a long time that I've done this live with Aisha Yesufu. And even though it has not fully started the way it used to be before. You know, before 5 p.m., I used to come here, we have conversation, and then we also have what do you call it now? We have conversation, we have guests coming in. And so I want to start that whole thing again. Because we used to have really great conversation on Zoom. And then somehow it was during one of my live program that some hackers came in and started in our Zoom this thing. Hello, welcome to you both that have joined. And so it was during one of the live sessions that hackers came in and they started doing pornography on our Zoom station. We shut them out, we were able to recover it. But then the live was still going on. And so one of the mistakes I made, but we probably would have taken that live out. So YouTube now took down, deleted my account, and they sent me a message that my account had been deleted. And for me, the thing that really was very painful for me in all of it was the fact that why saying it's deleted, when you click on my YouTube link, it will say, oh, it was deleted because it showed pornographic. I'm like, it's not me. If I want to do pornography, I'll kukuma open and open fan. Only is it open fan? No, only fans they call it. I'll kukuma be doing the thing now. Why would I now come and do it on here? Online. It took a very long time. With it's just grace of God and just having been at the right place at the right time, being able to connect to the right people, and someone they spoke to them. We kept talking to them, and then I got my account back after like it was almost like made like 4 months or 5 months that my account was out. So when I came back, yes, I haven't done this Bayo Osa Emmanuel, thanks. I'm good to see everyone back again. The Sabbaths will never succeed, inshallah. Amen. Oh, amen. Thank you so much. So it was such, honestly, it was such a this thing. I know someone, I'm sure maybe they were reporting my account because they used to do it to my Twitter account before. So now I really want to come back again and start the live with Aisha and bring in guests. And hopefully, as we talk today, I would like you guys to tell me what guest you would like to see on the this thing. Normally we do Zoom and then the guest comes in with some people joining. I used to make the Zoom link public. Now I don't think I'm going to make the Zoom link public, but for those who want, they can send in an email. And then I think that live with Aisha, we created an email. We had an email for it. I'm going to check it, and then we just send you the Zoom link at any time. You just join, so that we continue it. Probably maybe if I'm able to maybe my set up the same recording meeting so that when you have the link you can join in and we can have the conversation, and all of that. So today I'm just starting just to say, let me just start again and let me update you guys and say to you, thank you so much for every one of you. I really appreciate it, the way you guys are always there watching my videos, taking the message, passing it on. I've done some video, and sometimes people send them to me like, oh, this video is going viral. I'm like, you're sending back my video to me. What do I do? I mean, the moment I do a video, that's all. I don't even remember to watch it again and stuff like that. But just to say to everyone, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the love, the warmth. And now sometimes I'm walking on the street and then when people see me like, oh, I know you're following them, they're like, oh, veve. And when they say that of veve, I'm like, yes, I know. Eken Word, hello. God bless you too. Thank you so much for joining, and I really appreciate it. Part of the things for me, the live with Aisha is going to be mostly about governance, politics, democracy, and what do we do to move Nigeria forward. I know a lot of people are sort of like, how do I put it now? A lot of people are disillusioned, a lot of people are discouraged, a lot of people are losing hope, a lot of people are angry at what is happening in the country, and all of these things are totally fine. I tell you, they are totally fine. They are totally the way things should, the way one will feel at certain times. But the thing is that beyond that anger, beyond that disillusionment, beyond that hopelessness, we must forge on and find a way to get that country that we want. And I tell you something, the people who have not made Nigeria work, they don't have two heads. The only thing they have is that we don't have is tenacity. They stay on. Even when they don't succeed, they continue. They never give up. But you see us, we sort of like give up. I'm like, oh, okay, I've been fighting for Nigeria for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, I'm no longer doing. They never, they fight till they enter grave, and even from the grave, some of them, their fight is still going on. So we must also get to that point, or in our thing where we're saying we also, we cannot go on. Bayo Osa Emmanuel say, please, not to incur the wrath of the superpowers that be, let's distance ourselves from politics and governance. We leave that to your Vevekuve platform. That's my tape. It's still open. Ha, live with Aisha. Okay, I hear you, Bayo, right? I hear you. I think Live with Aisha was actually a political platform. We used to have another one where we talk about where we used to talk about financial literacy. I think what will happen, we might just have to have that one. Though there's one that I'm thinking about of like Friday mornings. We might have to have that one on another platform, I think. But I do hear you. I hear you. You're saying we should focus on life, because the other one, the how do I put it now? The life with Aisha, when we started, it was mainly on politics. That's when we bring in, and governance and what was happening. That's when we bring in people. Then I remember there's another live I was in where we talked about financial literacy and life and stuff like that. So I get that. So those are two different things. Maybe what will happen, we'll find a day that we do those ones, and then anyway, I will think about it, Mario. Let me put it that way. What are your thoughts for those of us who are here? What do you think? And right now, please, what are your questions? What questions do you have? I just wanted to know, for example, if you're doing live, who are the kind of guests that you would like to see being brought on the platform to discuss Nigerian issues? But just to say also that when we're talking about, hi SYD, well done, thank you so much. I've really missed you guys. It's been a while. Those other live we're doing were so interesting. But after a while I got sick, and then I just had to recover and get myself back. Kelechi Kemekwe, very good to see you on this beautiful Saturday, Madam Aisha. Thank you so much, for having me. I thank you so much for joining me and being here. It's really a pleasure. You guys have been awesome, have been amazing, and stuff like that. So Bayo, I hear you. I hear your message, Bayo, and I'm like, okay, let's focus on, since the other, mostly politics, governance, the other ones are always, put out there. Except if we want, one of the things I can do is also to have those conversations and then put them as a video, and just leave this one for us talking about the things that we want to talk about. What is it? Let me have questions. Let me have what are the things that you guys would like us, to talk about? So what are the things that you guys would like us to talk about? So if you don't want us to talk about politics, Bayo, this question is for you now. If you don't want us to talk about politics, governance, what are the things that we should talk about? Give me one here now. Let's take the conversation. I started today, like I said, it's to say familiarization, coming back. So I really don't have a topic lined down. At one time, okay, I really appreciate it. Clifford, thank you. I said I really appreciate your courage and truthfulness. Thank you so much. See, so we need to continue conversation for real political change, because we have to. And this is the thing, politics affect business. Politics affect your standard of life. Politics affect the things that you do. I will give you an example. Let me go to my because I screenshot this, because I know I'm going to use it as I'm going to do a video on it. So there's somebody called Before I Monk on Twitter. Rikuto is Rikuto Shifu, I think that's his name, and then for Admon. And he said something. He said he did a tweet, and he said, I just bought something that cost 450 naira in 2023 for 606,000 today. This inflation is making us poorer than ever. That was what this person said on his Twitter handle. Then people had to screenshot and show him and said, on 13th of September 2023, this same person had said, I voted for Tinubu, call police. And then on 11th of October 2023, which is a year, last year, it's over a year, and I said, The whole Tinubu certificate issue is just politicians playing politics. It does not really exist. Saint Obi, who knows next to nothing about what is happening, has gone ahead to show he's just a politician moonlighting as a pious man. He has done a conference too. Oh my shame. And then in September, 10th of September 2023, he tweeted and said, what we have seen in the last 100 days is that President Bola Tinubu is hands-on. This is a good sign. And then today you are crying that what you used to buy 450 is now 6,600, and we are all poorer. So you see, our political choices have a different. For me, I respect everybody's political choice. He has an absolute right, to vote Tinubu. What for me I don't like is people who attack other people for their political choices and tell you, or when you hold government accountable, they will tell you should not hold government accountable. I mean, if I vote for someone, I will hold that person accountable, and I will expect others to hold that person also, accountable. And so this is what it is. So in fairness, in essence, what I'm trying to say is that this is about this is how do I put it now? This is how politics affect our lives and the things that we do. And so it goes on and on and on like that. And even no matter what you talk about, those political changes, will still come back to us and get to us. Oliver says he's watching for Thailand. Thank you so much. Zoba, I've missed you, honestly. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see my live gang are asking for financial literacy talk. We should do financial literacy talk. So I think, Bayo, you are having a backup. You are having Eken was said the Japa temptation is much stronger than ever. What do you have to say to patrons that have started looking abroad for themselves and their families? I would say to them, leave, go. For any Nigerian that is thinking about relocating to abroad, please go. Don't use any patriotism to stay on. The thing is that there are some Nigerians that will never leave. There are some Nigerians that will forever say, when Nigeria is fixed, you guys can come back. While they go, they will be working there. They'll be sending home money. Those monies that they send back home, it helps the economy. Their lives are getting better. They are getting better skills. They can always come back to Nigeria. So for me, I've always been for those who want to leave Nigeria. We please go. If you have the opportunity, go and make a better living there. There are some of us that are not going to leave anyway, and so let those of us that want to stay and continue to build Nigeria. I will not tell anybody who has opportunity to leave Nigeria not to leave Nigeria. Zoba, thank you so much. Like I said, so happy to be here. Well, today was not about financial literacy, but if the sentiment is for us to do that, yes, we can go on and do financial literacy and probably just turn live to Aisha to, on financial matters and other stuff that we used to discuss before. Then the political thing, I can just make it, have interviews with people and put it out as a video. How can we absolutely see it? If you don't continue that political this thing, we'll have to be in. But Bayo say, after the last discussion of political literacy class before you travel to Nigeria, I like to expert in the areas of therapy to coping with aftershock of the economy. The level of this Anil say he's watching from UAE. Thank you so much for joining. Bayo Osai Emmanuel said the level of depression, disorientation is becoming alarming with the suicide rate on the increase. Hence my request for this session at different times. Actually, I don't know if you realize that there's no politics in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. Kingsley Ogeria can thank you for the super thanks. He said I should do coffee with it. So thank you so much for that. Kingsley Ogeariaki, thank you. Maxada said he's watching from Italy. Thank you so much for being there. Actually, I don't know if you realize that there's no politics in Nigeria. Would I say good politics? Yeah, there's no good politics in Nigeria. That's what we need to fix, because at the end of the day, everything is all dependent on the politics of our country and the way it is. But let me take a Bayo's question to say, things are hard, very, very hard, no doubt about it. The economy is becoming worse and worse and worse every day. and people are really getting depressed. There been a lot of increase hike in the suicide rate and stuff like that. First of all, the first thing I'm going to say to anyone is that with the current economic situation that we have, just calm down, take a deep breath, and calm down, and come back to the basics. This is not the time to impress the Joneses. This is not the time to be thinking about who is watching, who is not watching. Because sometimes people, one of the things that really gets people is the fact that they think others will laugh at them. You need to understand something. You got to understand something, that look, it's not about anybody, right? It's about you. It's not about anybody. It's about you, and that's it. And so don't be concerned about what other people will say. So like I say, just take a deep breath, and then look through your life and say, what are the things that I can put on hold? What are the things that I can work more on? What are the things that I'm not obliged to do them? And then begin to cut them off. It's not easy. Yes, you used to travel abroad. Now you can't travel abroad. It's okay. I remember in 2011 when I had to leave Kaduna to join my husband in Abuja. And coming from Kaduna to Abuja, we had to look for schools. And I was looking for schools. And the school that I settled on, after checking the whole thing, because especially with my son is dyslexic, it's a learning disability. And so there is a certain way that people with dyslexia need to be taught, not the conventional way of teaching. And so when I looked through all the school, there was one that could help him a bit more than others. And this school was $25,000 that was in 2011. And my husband was like, no, it cannot happen. No, he was in Abuja because he was a public servant. He was in NHIS, working in NHIS. And my husband was like, no, that he is a public servant. He's a director. How can his child be in a school that is this expensive? Blah 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 blah. The way optics or whatever. I said to Oga, this boy has learning problems, and because of that, we cannot say. I told my husband, I say resign from the job if your job is going to be a hindrance to him being in this school, because it's expensive. Then resign and go back to private sector. You don't need to be here. We had a bit of back and forth. Like, it's one of the major fights that I had with my husband, and with the way my husband is, he's the kind of person that everything he does is. Me, I'm the kind of person that I can make decisions like it. My husband is slower, and then so he's the solid background. I can do my own. Let's do it now. If we can't pay again, then that. But no, let's not start something we can't pay. So we had that back and forth, and at the end, he went there. I paid the fee. I'm a businesswoman. I was like, I paid for 1 year. I was like, even if I die, they must allow him to go there. After a while, my husband adjusted to that fact. And even when my son was going abroad, we had to talk. I had to tell him way ahead to say, okay, we need to set this boy abroad. See. And we all worked it out. Why am I giving you this background story? So when we were in Kaduna, the school fees for our children was like 100,000. Now we've come to Abuja. It's only one child is about, as of that time, $25,000. I think it was less than 4 million naira as of that time. And then now another child, her own was about 800,000 per term. 800 or 900,000 per term. This one was $25,000 per session. So I called my children because we used to do holidays before. I'm the kind of mother that I might wake up. We just wake up in the morning and say, I beg, let's travel, Abby. Oh yeah, which country should we go to? The children will go and bring map of the world, and okay, let's go here. As long as there's no book, we are there. The day we went to Ghana, I just woke up. We said, say Ghana. We just entered Ghana. I didn't book any hotel. It was when I get to the hotel that I was booking. So what I'm saying is that when that changed, So now you're paying, we used to pay school fees 100,000. Now we're paying school fees millions of naira. So I said, call my children. I said, you see now, we can no longer do family travels because now your school fees is taking so much. You understand? So much. So we have to now start planning. And the first holiday after that, we went to Benue with my children, Benue State. That was I think 2011, no, 2012. That was 2012. 2012, December 2012, we went to Benue State for Christmas. We stayed in a hotel. We had 2 rooms. I'm just trying to tell you this. So these are some of the things. Don't put your life that you must maintain a big life. You must be, that's because that's the thing that is killing a lot of people. Maintaining life. What are you maintaining life for? You have no business with anybody. Do your own life. We got a hotel in Benue State. It was 2 rooms like this opposite each other. So the girls were in one room, the boys were in one room. So my husband, we have 2 children, a boy and a girl. Myself and my daughter were in one room. My husband and our son was out. So, and sometimes they'll be running from those rooms to each other. We watch a lot of movies. We went around. During Christmas, we went to going to different houses. My husband had worked in Benue State. He had friends. There were this Papa Donkey restaurant. There were some funny names there. They still talk about it even today. That they over 10 years, 12 years later, they still talk about that experience we had. So it doesn't have to be you going abroad. You can, if you cut it down, cut out your lifestyle, whatever. For me, the one thing that you should not joke about is education. The education for your children. I tell people I can drink garri morning, afternoon, and night, but I must ensure my children go to good school. That's all for me. I was ready to sacrifice anything. So the first thing that is going to happen is that stay where you are. As somebody said, build your country, you're causing confusion in other countries. No, it's not causing confusion in other countries. Those other countries, they came to our countries without visa to carry the wealth of our country to build those countries. So it's not causing confusion. It's payback time. So anybody talking about, oh, hello, good evening, Arinze Chukuma. It's a pleasure having you. And I'm so glad we're doing this live with Aisha once again. We probably are going to do it more. So anybody that if you are coming to say that, oh, you are causing confusion in other countries, those other countries, their people came to cause confusion in this country. So please, and let me tell you, I'm not encouraging any Nigerian. If you have the money to jackpot, you have the opportunities, please do it. If you have the money to send your children abroad for education, do it. Don't let anybody blackmail you. Don't let anybody use emotional blackmail or sentiments to hold you down. Go in there and take whatever. Lori makes a way 260. What did they come and take? Well, check your history books. I'm not here to teach you history. Go and check from the 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, 20th century. What did they do? And so they will go there and do the same thing that your people came here and do. That excuse is delusional. Well, your own excuse of saying people should not be where you are is absolutely delusional, and I don't have time for it. So the thing that you should do is that cut down that your life expenses. So some of the things that are not a need, that are wants. Those are also some of the things that you could do. Hello, my bestie Vivian Woke. It's a pleasure. I'm happy to see you too. Well done, well done. I'm so happy to see you gang. And another thing also is to, life can be bleak sometimes, is to hold on to hope and don't give up on yourself. Hold on to the fact that look at the little wins, appreciate the little wins. If you don't have money today, and that's for me, maybe that's the way I am able to cope with failure. I'm a businesswoman, so I've had a lot of failure in my life. I've had a lot of failure, you understand, in my life. One of the things that keeps me going is the fact that it could be worse. So whatever you're going through today, know that it could be worse. If you say you've lost your business, you've lost all your money, the kind of life you used to live before, you can't live it again, just tell yourself that it could be worse, because you could also have lost your business and all of this thing and have health challenges. You could have lost your business and lost even family members, even this. You could have lost. So if you're always of the mentality that it could have been worse, so this one, you're grateful for where it is and you're ready to learn from it, take responsibility and keep moving. That's the way it goes. One of the things that, for those of you that have followed me in the conversation that I've done over financial literacy and all of that, one of the things that I talk about a lot is building passive income. Too many people rely on their active income. active income can be shaking anytime. Your business will go that, like me that I'm talking to you, my warehouse, our sales have gone that, though they are now starting to improve a little bit. There was a time where we would do 3 days, 3 days, 4 days, one kobo they didn't sell in my warehouse. This is a place where we sell animal feed, we sell consumable, we sell rice, we sell oil, we sell all of those kind of things, we sell chicken feed, nothing. Meanwhile, before, one person can come and buy millions from you. We sell millions per day in my warehouse. We now came to a place where we were not selling anything. The whether the business could not even pay the staff, so we had to use our money to pay the staff. But it was I shaking? No. Why? Because I have passive income. I have certain, why that business, from that business, over the years I put money to put in things that will give me passive income. So when that active income went down, there is still passive income that will come in. Like I'm sitting there, I can get an alert. What do you call them? Estate management firm. They will send the alert. Oh, tenants have paid so and so. That's the beautiful thing of alert. Albert said, Obohia, more ekayome wa bilu Obohia Obilu. That's my Isaac again. So these are some of the things that you must do. So first of all, so always think about it could be worse. So when you think about it could be worse, you are not just like sitting down depressed. Then you're finding solutions. You're going on, you're taking on. So that's, for me, that would be the advice to people. These things will pass. And I do understand that there are a lot of families who are going through this. I remember when we were, I think it was during Babangida era, when they do the structural adjustment program, we went through the same hell. Even to eat was a problem. You literally will stay from morning to night with your family. You will not eat. But one of the things I will say to everyone is that also share happiness in your family. Laugh. Laughter is not expensive. Find a way in your heart to do it. Be with your family. Be with your children. Talk to your children. Most importantly, I'm talking about children now. Don't hide your financial situation from your children. Talk to them. Explain to them. These are some of the things that will make them be able in future, when they grow up, any financial crunch, they'll be able to tackle it on, because they've seen you tackle it. They've seen that it's a part of life. A lot of parents hide their financial situations from their children when they can't afford something. No, for me, even my businesses, whatever, I always had that conversation with my children. I have this open conversation, with my children, and we'll talk about it, and sometimes ask them to bring solution. You'll be shocked at the kind of solutions your children will bring. It's amazing solution, because they don't know fear, they don't know failure, most of us adults, we are held back by fear of what if I don't succeed, what if this, what if that. But children are not held back by this fear, and so because of that, they are able to do so much. So also try as much as you can to be able to do that. Paul Ofo, hi. Albert, I've said that, okay, keep up the good work. God will settle you more. Thank you so much, Ebere Okebugu. Jesse Gazama say, how Europe underdeveloped Africa is a book to educate those that don't know. I learned, then we have Certified G said, I learned more about African history, studying in the US. We need to learn our history. Absolutely, we need to learn our history. And sometimes, when people sit down and they are talking nonsense, I'm like, are you okay? Don't come here and tell me some nonsense. When I did my LLB in Open University, my thesis, my project was on, this immigration. And part of the things that I put in my paper was the fact that if the Europeans that came to Africa, to loot and plunder the wealth of Africa, they didn't ask for visa. So when you see these migrants who are coming in, no, they are not illegal, whatever. They did the same thing. They are also explorers. They did the same thing that your ancestors did, coming to Africa to take this. I'm never one to make excuses. I don't make excuses. And I always tell us, to take our responsibility. But you cannot come and you've built your wealth on the back of some people, and then you're coming here to talk nonsense that, people should stay in their country and not come to your country. Yeah, you were the ones that came into their country, so it's payback time. And let me repeat it, I've said before, anybody that wants to jackpot, if you have the money, capacity, everything, jackpot. Don't jackpot in a way that you go and be a slave there, all those kind of ones. No, do the real one that takes you there. Take your children there. There are 200 million Nigerians. Not everybody is going to Japan. Some of us, I always say, some of us are here. They will stay here. If you have the means and opportunity to send your children abroad for education, please do it. Don't let anybody gaslight you. I see people talk anyhow. My son, even before I started speaking on public issues, my son was already abroad. When Chibokes were abducted, he was in UK studying. He's dyslexic. He didn't have the right thing there. We took him there. My daughter, after her secondary school here, went to UK, did her A levels, finished university this year, and is working over there. Don't let anybody gaslight you. This is what I tell people. And for me, I want other children to have the same thing that my children have enjoyed. My children have enjoyed this thing because their parents were blessed to have the money to be able to give it to them. The other children that haven't enjoyed this thing, I believe this is what the government should provide, that enabling environment for them to be able to, enjoy it. Lori makes away, says typical, whatever, darling. Do you? It's your business. My bestie, yeah, thank you. Good evening, Arinze Chukuma. I'm just trying to see the messages. Okay, Bayo Osa, let us compare statistics. How many Nigerians are abroad dying long hours of hard work compared to Nigerians dying from hunger and preventable degree analysis? Okay, let me go and see what. And just it just want to thank you for standing and speaking for us in diaspora, and the increase of our nationals dying on avoidable death because of long hours of work. And okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bayo. Yes, and somehow I was really surprised about that video, because I do a lot of video when I talk about those issues. People don't even bother to watch. I was surprised. It sort of like touched a nerve, and I'm glad I really did it. I was just standing when I saw someone who had died from walking. People are talking. I see the other day someone was saying that, oh, people died. Some Nigerians have died at walking when they're exhausted, and this one, don't jackpot, people are dying. Are you okay? Almost 200 people just died in Jigawa where they were scooping petrol. 200 people. All the deaths that we're talking about, if you say exhaustion, how many are they? Up to 200? And most times the Nigerians in diaspora that are working so hard, they are working so hard because of Nigerians in Nigeria. All the people that are sending requests to them, please do this. Some people will sit down, they are not paying school fees, they are not doing anything. So other people that are paying their children's school fees every time, and they are the ones that sit down and give birth to children anyhow. Most of that work that you see, that exhaustive work that they're doing, that some of them are dying, we've had some people that have died, is because of the black tax, the push from home. Come and give me this, come and give me that, come and give me those. You're sending every day, you're sending messages to them. That's part of the things, that has really done it. So more Nigerians here, and if you talk about just this thing that has happened, almost 200 people, petrol tanker fell down, they were scooping petrol. For me, I don't even know whether to be sorry for them or to be sad at them or to be angry at them, because a video just came out where they were packing. There was not even anything about what do you call it now, being cautious. They were laughing, they were happy. Some of them were even saying that, oh, they are now like Dangote. I think I have the video here. If I could just play the video, you see when they were happy, they were scooping this petrol, not knowing that this is somebody's fuel. That petrol that you see that threw away, it's somebody's hard work, it's somebody's money. You're happy packing it. I used to have trailers, because I did transport business. I mean, there's no business that I don't do, as long as it's legal and there's money in it. I did transport business where I had trailers that were going from Lagos to North. If your goods fall down, most times they loot it. You now have to be the one paying, and they will happily do it. What is this? I remember one time I carried biscuit for someone from Lagos. They were carrying it to Sokoto. The car had an accident around Niger State. We had to quickly get police and everything. They started looting those things. I had to pay damages. I had to pay to the person, whom those that own the goods. So these are some of the things that go on. And for you to tell someone, oh, don't jackpot, stay here in Nigeria, work on Nigeria, some of us are going to stay. Some of us have coconut head. We are staying. We are not going anywhere. This is our country. But those that have opportunity to go, I will tell you, leave, go, make money there. Even me, that I was care. If I was in government, president of Nigeria, I will ensure that we have schools. We will erect schools for nursing, more medical schools for medicine, that will just be doing medical courses. Put all this thing down. Nigerians that are intelligent enough, that want to do medicine, go ahead and do medicine. If possible, give them scholarship. Let them do it. When they finish doing it, they are going up. We were training them for abroad market, just the way India has trained tech people. I would want to see every medical facility in the world that is free medical being headed by a Nigerian. Top doctors there, Nigerians. We will put our nurses, since our nurses are in demand, put these schools. There's nothing like doing anatomy, physiology. Many people that are doing biochemistry, microbiology, they wanted to do medicine. They were not given the opportunity. Put these schools that begin to churn out medical people. We have an agreement with you. When you go, the first so you refund so to the country because you've gotten free education, free this, you pay. We will even help you facilitate, help you package the jackpot package, send you to good hospital, ensure you are being treated well. They will be sending monies in. It's a way, it's export too. And then we train more for that we stay here, train more that we go. There are certain Nigerians that cannot survive out of Nigeria. They will come back. It's not only everybody that japa. Put it out there. What are the other things they are looking for? Is it in IT? Open up schools, train people, manpower, get them out there. In the meantime, building Nigeria, they will go there, get the experience. There are a lot of Nigerian doctors that would love to come back to Nigeria if Nigeria was doing well. A lot of people that have japa would love to come, and they will come back with the money, will come back with the experience and everything like that. So that let's not always look at it from the far point of view of it being bad. Okay, let me go back to see some of the this thing. Victory all the way says, thank you, Madam Aisha, for all you do for a new Nigeria. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate, your kind words. Seeing damn say we have all the resources to begin. No one government official operator has spoken about the need for Nigerians to have the best. You have a good heart, Madam Aisha. Thank you so much. And I think also Nigerians, we also must also take responsibility in the fact that we don't vote for people that we know are going to do the best for us. It's raining. I hope this network will not be affected. We don't vote for the people that are going to do the best for us, and that has been one of the biggest problems that we actually have had. I will give you an example. The other day I saw a tweet from someone. I forgot to screenshot it. I would have even done a video on it. And it was like, that there's someone who is in Kaduna in Labour Party. The person has left. Peter Obi has not seen the value in that person. The person has left now. He doesn't, though he doesn't have a party now. Let's see how Peter Obi will win in 2027. I'm like, what nonsense is this? People sit down. When you see capable people that will work for you, Nigerians are looking at it as if they are doing the person a favor. You're not doing the person a favor by voting for the person. Rather, and I did a tweet and I said, until Nigerians stop thinking that thing that they are doing a credible, competent candidate a favor, and take it that let's get this person to come and work like Jackie for us. That's when we get it. Most times, these leaders that are competent, that will work for us, we do everything to say that we don't want them. We vote in the useless one, or allow the useless ones to rig office and enter, and then we'll be complaining. Who are you complaining to? If you want to fix Nigeria, fix politics. Fix people who get into governance. Somebody has shown you he's heartless. Somebody has shown you don't matter before election, and you're going into voting and say, this or that one doesn't look. You continue with this offering now. That has always been my take. Bayo Osa Emmanuel say, our dear brother, advocating for patriotism is probably or relatively comfortable. For the record, some notable church pastors have japa for personal reasons. Truthfully, the country's palaba. Yes, absolutely. As I remember when Pastor Sam Adeyemi talked about the fact that he had left, people were like, this is what I tell people. And I don't miss my words. If you want to leave, leave. If you have investment you want to do abroad, do it. Nigeria will be here. You can also help Nigeria from abroad. Not everybody has to stay here. This thing of telling people to be patriotic, to stay on. We that we are here, not everybody can jump, but we that we are here, why don't we fix the country so that they can come back also? We will enjoy and they will come back. That's just it. We have all the resources. Yeah, I've done that. Olumide Akinwumi, actually, you're doing a great job talking daily and educating Nigeria about their rights, telling them to keep voting and paying the same. Is what I won't support. It's an example about their right, but telling them to keep voting and playing same corrupt politics is what I won't support. Edo is an example. So Olumide Akinwumi, this is the thing. Why don't we create our own politics? Why don't we go in there and create our own politics? You say you don't want to vote, you will stay at home. No wahala. Other people will vote on your behalf. The thing is this: boycotting election is useless. Because whether you come, you don't come, it doesn't matter. Even if it's only 2 people that came to the polling unit and vote, those numbers will vote. And so for me, instead of self-defeating myself, I would rather others defeat me. Edo happened because people did what you were saying. They refused to come out to vote. They say they are angry, they are not going to come out to vote. So when they didn't come out to vote, they were able to buy, the ones that came out to vote wanted to sell their vote. So they were able to buy those votes, and then the ballot papers of the people that did not come out to vote, were now empty, and they were used by the different parties that were strong in different areas. So if you have a registered voter and you say you are not coming out to vote, by not coming out to vote, you have voted, because they will vote on your behalf. That's the thing. And what you are saying is exactly what happened in Edo. I don't know, maybe if you don't know, what's what happened in Edo State. People that came out before refused to come out, and so when they didn't come out, they used their ballot paper, to come out, and that's it. So even if you like, don't come out, and then when they will vote, they will make policies that will continue to destroy our lives. So how then does staying at home make any, how then does not participating make any difference? Yes, the water is dirty. We will keep cleaning it by putting in clean water. Every clean water that you put will push out a bit of the dirty water. Every clean water that you put, it's not going to be clean immediately. It's going to take a long time for it to become clean. And if you say you don't want to participate in it, no wahala. They will keep doing it. They will keep doing policies that are going to keep affecting us and affecting our businesses and affecting our lives. So that's the thing. I really say, but Aisha, how can we youth rescue our nation from the bad politicians? This is it. How can you, by participating in politics? Simple as that. And doing the right politics, not the corrupt politics that they've been doing. How do you participate in politics? You can join political parties. You can join. You can be a registered member of a political party. You can have your registered to vote. Contribute to those who are running for office. A lot of people are running for office right now. Local government, nobody is contributing to their campaign. You are not contributing, I'm not contributing, nobody. You expect them to use their money. So the other ones that have big pockets, godfathers, godmothers, whatever, they are putting in their own people, and they will continue to destroy our lives. People that want to run for us, we want a good Nigeria, but we don't want to put in the effort, we don't want to put in the money. Put money in good people that are campaigning. Help them to campaign and help them to get to office. I went to Edo State. I supported Olumide Akpata. He did not buy votes. We did not rig election. I left there with my head held high. He might not have won, but we came there. We didn't participate in the corruption. APC were buying votes. PDP were buying votes. And like Olumide said, even if he didn't have money, he would have bought his polling unit, but he refused to. And if people want to sell their vote, fine and good, but you are not going to send your vote and come and meet me to help you. That's why for me, Nigerians sending me texts that they need help from me, I tell them, I'm sorry, I no longer do it. I no longer enable bad behavior. I'm not going to be sending money to you when you refuse to hold your people accountable, you sell your vote, or you don't go out to vote. So, and the thing is this, you must participate in politics for you to be able to get the people, good people that will be elected into office to do the right thing. If you don't participate in it, those who are participating in it will continue to control us. It's as good as that. Okay, Aisha, now you are hitting the point. What the citizens do is inconsequential. 2023, for example, no matter what they do, really, they have captured or fine and good. How do you know that no matter what citizens do, it will not work? So right now, in 2023, they had to work hard to rig the election. So now you are saying all of us should not take part, so that they won't even need to work hard. They will just waltz right in. The reason why they were able to rig election, number one, Tinubu that rigged the election, the 2023 election, was because he had a critical number that voted for him. Without a critical number, you cannot rig your way and win. The votes he got from some of the northern states and all of that. That was why, no matter, even in spite of the rigging, they rigged Lagos state election. They gave them, but they couldn't declare winning because a lot of people came out to vote. The people who are rigging this election are part of us. They are INEC members, the INEC judiciary, whatever. Have you started talking to them? If you have an INEC staff in your office, say, if you people rig, allow rigging, you come home, me go deal with you. These are the things. These are the things that we must do. We are waiting for politicians to come and solve the problem. People are saying PO should come and ensure they dismantle INEC. Are you okay? What are we, the people of Nigerians, doing? Why PO is doing that, or any other political candidate is doing that, presidential candidate? We, the people, what are we doing in essence? We just sit down, do nothing, and expect that, everything is going to work out. It doesn't work that way. For you to have things that will work, you need to put in the effort. And this is it. So they've rigged the election. They've rigged election. And then what? And then you allow it. And they say, no, don't participate. Then they'll be working in. I would rather they defeat me than for me to defeat myself. When I defeat myself, we mean that I will not go there. Emma said, did Sanwo-Olu rig against GRV? Emma, but are you okay? Let me ask that question. Are you very okay? Did you not see what happened in Lagos when they refused to allow people to vote? That was the worst thing that even happened. That was worse than rigging. They will tell you not to vote. Many people were prevented from voting. People were beaten. People were killed in that Lagos. People were injured. People were prevented from voting. That's the worst kind of rigging. You come, they beat you, they put in agberos, they beat you and tell you not to vote. Or Igbos should not vote. Even Yorubas were beaten. As long as you looked neat, you had money and everything, you were told not to vote, you were beaten. And you're saying the GRV rig, the Asawolu rig election. Have you just March 28, 2023, you've forgotten what happened in Lagos State? People were prevented from voting. And so people had to go home. People were stopped. They were not allowed to collect their top pin and vote. Only the ones that were voting for Sanwo-Olu, that were not to vote for that were allowed to vote. Otherwise, there was no way Sanwo-Olu would not have been governor. They knew they were going to lose it. And so that's what happened. Let's not forget what happened and begin to whitewash things. Sendam said, is that senator? That's not for senator. Sendam said we can no longer support candidates who have not declared their as a house. Absolutely, go ahead. That's the thing. Nigeria should be able to say we don't want this, we don't want that. But until and unless you are making those stands known, what will happen is that the parties will continue to bring in whoever they want to bring in, and you'll be forced to choose within them. Talks just don't you think Nigeria is a lost cause? Things have been getting worse since the white man left. I just remember growing up in Nigeria where I was paid bursary to go to university. So if Nigeria is talks, let me come from your point of view. Nigeria is a lost cause, so we should all sit back and do nothing and allow it to worsen and continue our lives. Nothing is a lost cause. There is no country that has not gone through what Nigeria is going through. The US go and read the history of the US in the 1930s, 1940s, 1910. It was all corruption led. Mafias controlled politics. If you are not corrupt, you can't get the right thing. It needed people were the ones who stood and worked for it to get there. The same thing with UK, the same thing with France, every country you can think about. So people do the work. So that's what we must do. But the thing here is it doesn't happen in one day. Nation building takes a very long time. Most times people don't want to do that. People don't want to put the effort of that nation building. These are things that we must put. These are things that we must do and take it on. So Nigeria is not a lost cause. The people that are destroying Nigeria, do they have two heads? So why wouldn't the people that want Nigeria to work go in there and make it work? And if people say they don't want to work, I don't have a problem with it. If you say today I don't want to work on Nigeria, I don't want to focus on Nigeria, I want to mind my business, absolutely you have a right to it. But what you don't have a right is to tell me not to focus on Nigeria. Nigeria is my baby. Nigeria is my project. Like I am now, like I tell people, I don't work, I don't do anything. I have a business. That business is being taken care by people. I don't remove my hand from it. My children are all graduates. They finish school. You understand? They are working. So I don't have small children. I don't cook. I don't wash. I don't clean. So what else should I be doing? Should I just be sleeping and grow old? So in my own case, I've made Nigeria my project. I've not adopted any child. It's Nigeria that I adopted as my child. So I'm going to focus on it. So I have the energy. But if there are people who don't have the energy, who want to focus on their life, I always say them, please do it. Do that thing you want to do. For me, this is something I want to do. This is something I love to do. I will feel a failure. And that's why I tell people, if you see, until I turned 40, I didn't focus on Nigeria. I did not focus. I didn't even care about what was happening in Nigeria. I didn't even know what was happening in Nigeria. My husband will tell you, there's Aisha before 2014 and Aisha after 2014. It was on my 40th birthday that I knew that, okay, I myself, I was the problem of Nigeria by my silence. So if you are at that point in life where you don't want to focus, it's absolutely okay. Build yourself, because it's very important. If you don't build yourself, you can't stand for Nigeria. If you don't have your own money, you can't stand for Nigeria. They will humble you. They will wreck you. They will make you want to come and beg. The thing for me, I tell people, some people say, why do you have, I say I can call out anybody, because all of them will say, I know they go meet them. Say, can't give me contract. Can't give me this. Can't give me that. I'm never going to see anybody. So I have my own mouth. So I am in a place in life where this is my cause that I take. I want to fight. But if I totally agree with you, if you don't want to do it, it's okay. But don't discourage the people who want to do it, please. Nigeria might be a lost cause to you, but it doesn't have to be a lost cause to others. While you're away, while you're focused, let some people be doing it. And that's why I always advocate for those who want to leave, please don't hold yourself back. You are actually doing Nigeria a favor by leaving. You're working, you will send money back to people in Nigeria. you will get skills, you will do this. By the time we are able to fix Nigeria by the grace of God, and I believe Nigeria will work in my lifetime, you come back and we all get, that this thing. The only way is force, no other way. In Africa, heads must roll to change government. So this is the thing I always tell people. Okay, let's assume today na heads roll and we change government. Who are the people that are going to be in government? Most times you find that those other people that you just took out their heads, their counterparts will be the one in there. So that's why I'm saying to people, let's bring, hello Lucky from Finland, thank you so much for joining us. So that's what I'm saying. Let's be the ones also to fix it, to make it work, to do those things, to put in the work. People want good governance without putting in the work. People want a great nation without putting in the work. Some people must put in the work, and let's do it. Let me just say, the only way to vote out corrupt people is make sure all valid vote count, so that state is a minority. Absolutely, I agree with you, Olumide. That's the only way. All votes must count, and that is why all of us, we must all turn up on the election day. If all of us turn up, it's very hard to rig when people are there. It's the easiest way to rig is when people don't come to vote. Then they can change. But if everybody comes there, they'll count it, they put it through IREC. That's what I'm saying. Every one of us must hold our INEC people that accountable. If I know you're a part of rigging, I won't be friends with you. I won't talk to you. You'll be an outcast in the society. Let's begin to name and shame. So if we must get votes to count, people must turn up. If you don't turn up, if a polling unit is supposed to have 450 people, then only 30 people came out, or only 50 people came out, they will rig that place. But if 400 people come out, even thugs myself, when they come, they'll be afraid. And even these thugs, we all know them, they are all part of our different areas. One day, hey guy, this is not the one you will do this. Nigerians must want it. Nigerians must be ready to say, we must stop this. You understand? But you know what? Nigerians are busy praying, because everyone wants to have their own miracle. Everyone wants to have their own enjoyment. Nigerians, most Nigerians, the typical Nigerian wants to be the one that is rich and is favored and has grace, and then they can be helping other people with small change. I don't want to help anybody. I want people not to need my help. Talks John said, Nigeria is your baby. Your children need you more than Nigeria. My youngest child is 22 years old. This December she'll be 23. She doesn't need me to baby her. And I brought them up to be independent adults. You understand? And I have absolute time for my husband. Because I don't work. I'm always at home, working from home. Everything I do, this is my study. I'm currently in my study doing video. This is my study. And I have a great, and so I'm home, I'm doing this. So that's why I say to people, I have a peculiar situation. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do nothing. I have a chef who is cooking. He will put the food, they'll send my food upstairs, our food upstairs. I have a housekeeper who cleans the house. So that's it. So that's why I can take Nigeria as my project, as my baby. My children are no longer babies. My daughter is in UK. She's working there. You understand? So what do I need to? That's the last born. She's 22. She'll be 23 this December. I don't have small children again. The time that before I was 40, that's when I focused on them. I didn't do anything in Nigeria. I focused on growing my wealth, my family, and all of that. After 40, I had time. And so Nigeria is my baby. And on my 40th birthday, I had a personal convenience with God. And I said, if God gives me another 40 years, that I will use it, I'll focus on Nigeria. And I've just done 10 years, so I have 30 more years to focus on Nigeria. And I love it, and I'm doing it. And it's something that I'm grateful that God has given me the opportunity and the mouth to be able to be an influence on some people's lives. Because at the end of the day, what is life really? Is it just about saying, oh, I'm wearing expensive wristwatch, these are all this? No, that's not my thing. You understand? So that's it. My children are all grown. I love Aisha. It's a wonderful young man with a fearless heart. May God keep you. Thank you so much. Giving is living. I'm trying to check all the comments. My question is, when will PO form a new party and stop dragging Labour with judiciary chairman? Well, honestly, I don't know. I don't know this thing. For me, for a long time, I've been in the mind that, look, as citizens, let's go. We need to form a new party, get it working. Some people are saying that, oh, INEC has not registered parties since how many years? INEC has been told not to register party. I'm like, let's test it. Let's go out there. and actually do it and say, okay, let INEC now say they will not register. We go there and occupy INEC and say we've met all the conditions we don't. So I don't know when PO will do it. If he's gonna do it, he will let you guys all know, and hopefully you guys will join him. If he's not gonna do it, he will also let you guys all know. Olumide Akinwumi said, Adele Noble, you are misleading the point. Even men and we always get voted for. The point is always every valuable. So that's the thing. If you don't go out to vote, yeah, even people will get voted. They don't have two heads. You come out, don't self-defeat yourself. That's the thing I always tell people. Don't self-defeat yourself. Go out there and make sure that you are putting in your bid. And for me, this is the thing. Where people focus on result, I don't focus on result. I focus on effort. My effort. What did I do? Did I do well? If I look at the 2023 election, right, I don't have any regrets. And I tell you, because I did all the things that I needed to do, that I could do. Alhamdulillah, thank God I did them. If I didn't do them, and even if we win, I would have had regrets because I know I didn't put my all. Edo election, the same thing. Although I wasn't there for all the campaigns in the early, because I wasn't feeling fine. I was sick. But I went there. I took my time. I think a week or two. I was in Edo, going around stations, talking to people. So I did my bit. And if people say they don't want to, fine. The result is not my listen. My own is effort. Next election, by the grace of God, I'm going to be there also, campaigning for good candidates and all of that. If it happens, if they win, fine. Like I had an interview with Shane one. He was saying to me, "Oh, you supported Dr. Obi as a president, she didn't win. You supported Peter Obi, he didn't win. You've now supported Olumide Akpata, he did. Don't you think that you should now support people that are likely to win?" I said, "I'm not going to support criminals because they are likely to win. I'm not going to support criminals because you think they are going to win. I support competence, character, capacity, and I'll always support those things. And those are the things. I support people that I think they're going to do a very good job, and they're going to be better for the country. I don't support people based on your ethnicity, your tribe, or whatever, your religion. That's none of my business. All those things are your personal business. All I want is someone who is going to work." Olusiri said, "What is the meaning of Ovevekuve?" Ovevekuve is an Esako expression that is used when something is extraordinary, either ridiculous, and it's used for good or bad. When something is very extraordinary, whether it's extraordinarily ridiculous or extraordinarily good or extraordinary, so they use it here. Hey, that kind of a thing. Hey, when it's a good thing, hey, that kind of. So it's just an expression that is always used. Bayo Osa Emmanuel said, "We read about the King Jaja of Opobo, Queen Amina of Zaria, and the likes. But Aisha, you shall when the time is. Remember, as a man, good God bless you." Oh, thank you so much, Bayo. I really appreciate your kind words. And for me, it's always about life. Is not about what you've earned, what you've done, the money you've had. Is what difference have you made in people's lives? And if I'm able to make a difference in someone's life, I will die happy and thankful for that. So thank you all guys for all your kind words. King Navy say, "These politicians have boys they are grooming God. So do you think Nigeria will be better knowing that the ones coming up are?" Exactly. They have boys they are grooming. And that's why I keep telling people, if we stay away, they will groom their boys will take over the position. So that's why we also need to participate in governance. We also need to participate in politics. We also need to be in there. Even if it's dirty, let's clean it up. Let's go in there. Otherwise, they enslaved our parents, they've enslaved us, then they go ahead to enslave our children. You see this bad governance, it doesn't stop. I was in secondary school when I was talking about bad governance. I was telling my parents, "Why are you people just watching these people destroy the country?" Guess what? I am now 50. I'll be 51 in December. It is still the same thing. And if we do nothing, I'll be 80. And it will still be the same thing. So the better, that's why for me, I put in all the effort I can put in. I put in all the work. I don't take any chances with it, and I just go on, and that's it. And it's better for me to get that done than anything. Oje Farmer say, "Good evening to the woman of the people. Voters refuse a man like Showore who gives practical solution in Nigerian problem. They prefer those who give them money and right. Illiteracy and religion is a big problem." I totally agree with you. Illiteracy and religion, it's a big problem in Nigeria. It is. They use it to keep people down, especially those religious ones. They need bad governance. How else can they sell cheap miracle? Somebody is going to give testimony that they gave him visa and everybody is shouting. I'm like, There are countries who don't need visas to go to those countries. Why can't we be like that? Why can't our passport be number one in the world? You are here doing testimony because you got visa, when ordinarily you should not even need visa if your country was working. And illiteracy, of course, they know illiteracy, they can control people's mind. And I always say democracy without educated people is actually a disaster, and that's some of the things that we're experiencing. But the thing I say to every one of us, for those who are educated, the education that we have is not for us alone, it's for millions of others, to be able to get that education, or to be able to have a voice. So we also need to give people the voice. I'll soon be rounding up because it's 1 hour. I just want to keep this at that 1 hour point, but I'll read some of the things that way. The way to go is to press the national anthem to thoroughly define the electoral and remove all the loopholes and make INEC totally independent of the executive arm of government. Absolutely, there's need for electoral reform, but we've seen over time Buhari's electoral reform was very amazing. I think I was like, that was one of the legacy that he would have gone on. And if he had stood his ground to ensure there was no rigging, he would have gone on with all the bad things that he did. People would have said at least he tried in this one. But unfortunately, they do electoral reform. The politicians find a way of going around them, and then they have judiciary at their beck and call. And if you want that electoral reform, we also need to vote people into the National Assembly. I've been saying this thing for a very long time. Politics, if we don't participate in this politics, we are all going to suffer. Let's get people that will work for us there. The people might not have money. We should donate our money for people that want to run for office. Refusing to donate money, refusing to participate, refusing to be, it's part of the problem we have. And just imagine 20 years from now, Nigeria is worse than now. And you will be in Nigeria because people are growing older. There's medical miracle. People are growing older. As we are here now, the next 20 years, the next 30 years, most likely by the grace of God, we'll still be alive. And you say you don't want to do anything. Guess what will happen? It will worsen. It will be like Sudan and Namibia, where people will be, or we have the Somalia, these warlords will be controlling different areas. My brother, my sister, it's not a funny thing, all of us gas to make sure that we do something about what is going on. Sitting down and saying that let's not participate, let's not do it, I will not come out to vote. You not come out to vote, they will vote on your behalf, and the consequences of what they vote, all of us will feel it. And somebody said we need more of you in Nigeria. Many asylum of you are speaking your heart as well. God, thank you so much for your kind. But there are a lot of people who are out there, speaking and all of that. Let's just not give up. For me, that giving up, maybe it's because I had a very tough life where a lot of the things that I wanted, I've never got anything on a platter of gold. I mean, in 2014, my mother called me and said, thank you for dreaming for the whole family. Because even some of my dreams were crazy. But I went on. I don't let anybody stop me. That's the thing I want. That's the mindset I have. That's why for me, I'm never giving up in Nigeria. And the thing I always say that, if those people can do that rubbish, why can't I? Then I can come and do the right thing. If you are doing rubbish, that one na your own. Me must ensure say that right thing that is supposed to be done, I do it. And that's what is very, for me, that is what is really critical to me. Sorry guys, I just realized that I post videos every day, 4 videos. Some people ask me, how do you do it? How do you do it? For me, I love talking. Talking is very easy for me. It's writing that is very difficult. And when I have opinion on issues, I talk about it. Things that I don't know, I don't talk about them. I hear, I listen. Because I see some people, everything you are talking as if you know. I say things that I really don't know much about it. You will never see me talking about it. Rather, we ask questions. I'll say what's going on. I will this thing. But the ones that I know something about, I will put my mouth and I will say it. If you like, go come and slap me. I will shall say it. So it's actually 6 o'clock and one of my videos is supposed to go out. And that's what I just did now. That's what I'm just doing now. By the way, Tinubu is not in Nigeria. Shetima is not in Nigeria. Chief of Army Staff is not in Nigeria. Everybody just anyhow. That's the video I just did and pull it. So if you can also help me, kindly watch the video and also share, like, and that. So I'll soon be ending this anyway. But let me see if there are more questions. Hello, madam. Do you think this is OCJ Equam? Hello, madam. Do you think the refurbishment of the National Theatre in Lagos is priority in time of widespread hunger? Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I think they refurbished it before, right? They've already refurbished it because for all of these things happen. I'm trying to look at it from two, different angles to say what value is it going to bring, what are the things that are going to do. It's already there. Are they going to be using it to make money? But I will tell you, it's not supposed to be a priority. There are other things that are supposed to be more priority than it. It's a historical thing. If we're a country that was into tourism, people will come in, you could say it has its own value. But so I'm just trying to weigh it against the background of what are the things that could be done. I'll tell you an example. For example, Abia State government recently put the budget that has come out, very crazy, outrageous budget, you understand. And so one of the things inside there is that they've earmarked, I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, my video is up. Tinubu, Shettima, and Chief of Army Staff are all out of Nigeria. I'm trying to get that. Yep, I've seen it. This thing that Abia said, Abia establishment of a film village, 10 billion naira. And I'm like, what do you need a film village for at this moment? People in that world, they know how to get their thing. They are doing their video and all of that. Instead of establishing a film village, I would have expected Abia State government to establish an industrial hub. Aba, made in Aba, for me, I always say that Aba is supposed to be like China, the China of Nigeria. You understand? They produce a whole lot. And there are some machines that are extremely very expensive that individuals can buy. Can you go and meet them? What are machines that can make their work better? That can make if it's shoe, maybe there are machines that cut certain shoes 100 per minute or whatever. People can buy them, but they are making those shoes, but they can have it there. Have this technological that is close to where it's accessible, close to the market. Have these machines that can fabricate this, do this in high quantity, make sure there's constant electricity there. These machines are working, and then these people who are in about these people who are making different things can come there and make use of those machines and make their work faster, and get in that way they are able to produce more. Why? Because they are producing more, higher quantity, their things will be cheaper, and because their things will be cheaper, more people will be buying them. They can export them to other African countries, and the state can collect more revenue from them, so they can get the internally generated revenue increased. For me, that's more important than film village. Okay, so they'll be coming there. You are going to build different houses for them that they will come and be doing their cast. So for me, it's always like, what? Maybe because I'm a businesswoman, I'm always, anything that's being done, what value does it add to the people? It's either adding the utilities, either adding value to them in terms of money they are getting, or adding value to them in terms of increasing the happiness in their life, their well-being. These are the two things that should matter. Anything that is not within this way, please drop it for now. Like you did say, yes, there's acute suffering or whatever. It's not the time to be fixing things that you really don't need to fix immediately. It's to put in place that are going to ensure that people have jobs in their hand, people can earn money, people can do this, people can get something that they're going to work with. Lucky says, I always said the citizens are victims of Nigeria, say they never see anything yet. Even they fall, not be only one person here, it go down. That's it, not be only one person. Everybody is going to feel it. Sometimes these are the things that people don't understand, people don't get, and they just feel, oh, they will do anyhow. Clement, thank you to you. On JUK says, on the Labour Party, I suggest we help talk about good governance to promote the party and use ideas of what the Labour Party government could do. Well, that was what all we thought, but unfortunately, the leadership of Labour Party or that of Abure, they don't seem to understand that. And for me, I'm one person, I don't waste my energy in a place where something is not going to be done. I don't. I rather want to work and get this moving. If people are not seeing it and I'm not listening, fine. By the way, I'm not a member of Labour Party. Okay, Talks Jones said 22 is still very young. My daughter is 22 and she needs me despite any 100k. Okay, so it depends. I talk to my daughter literally almost every day. Like I said to you, I don't work. My daughter doesn't work here. She works in the UK, and as someone who is starting, and as someone as if I'm bragging and all, as someone who is starting, she really got a good job. In fact, when she got her job, where they employed, there are only two of them that are BSc in that position, in the same kind of position. Every other person is a master's person, and the pay is, compared to the other, this is quite good. So it's not about the money or whatever. Even at that, she's still my baby. So my mommy, I need this, whatever. But I have time. You understand? I'm not breastfeeding her. I'm not breastfeeding a baby. My youngest child is 22. She's in UK. I'm in Abuja. So okay, so this is the thing. Talks John, since we feel that even though they are 22, we should still be babying them. So the time that she's in office working from morning to this thing, I will use that time to focus on Nigeria, because my husband also goes to office, right? My son also goes to office, so that time me will use it to focus on Nigeria. When they come back from home, so Nigeria will be my office. When they come back from home, we will all meet, and then I'll be doing mother and baby and whatever. Like me. But you know, one of the things I did in life, on a serious note, Talks Jones, one of the things I did as a parent, as a mother, even when my children were young, I always brought them up with the mindset, if I'm not here, how will they survive? I never brought up my children in a way that when I'm not there, they are able to survive. Even when they were little, I always thought about that. If I drop dead today, I need my children to be able to handle themselves, and take care of themselves. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. And I'm really proud of that. M. Albert said, I believe the main cause of the economic downturn in Nigeria began with Buhari. No disrespect, but he's illiterate. No, illiteracy, it's not actually illiterate, it's literate. Maybe you might say he's not educated, that's a different thing. If you can read and write, you are no longer an illiterate. He's literate. The thing is that's quite wrong. In short, the thing with Nigeria is that if we like someone in office, we don't want to see anything wrong with what that person is doing. The economic downturn started right from even when Jonathan was, even before this thing. Nigeria was already on the path. Things were going down. We were borrowing money to pay salaries. We were borrowing money to service debt during Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, during Jonathan. Because people have forgotten. When Buhari came and worsened everything, just the way that Tinubu has worsened everything. That Tinubu has worsened anything doesn't mean that Buhari was good. That's why I kept telling people. There's one guy that did a video that did his illustration. He said, he brought two big jerrycans that during Obasanjo you could buy 250 liter for fuel for 2,000 naira. He was just doing illustration. Then during Jonathan, it was now 100. It was one bar. This thing you buy. At that time, things have started worsening. We were already on the path. That's when they had to use all the, what do you call this, SS crude account. That SS crude account, they had spent it, they had used it up. Things were already going down even before. That was why APC was using dollar to campaign. Within few months, dollar moved from 180 something to 220. So that was why you saw APC using all of those things. So it has started. Let's not make it this thing. Buhari was in it, and now Tinubu as well. And if we don't take care, we are saying don't participate in politics. Go home and sleep. Do this thing. What will happen? Another person worse than Tinubu will come in and do worse than Tinubu, and then we'll still be there praying to God to come and do for us what He has given us the capacity for us to do. What do you think about the very dark months of the world? Honestly, I don't have any opinion on that. I have never really, other than the time that he did one video on the issue of Falana. That was when I spoke about the fact that no, you can't defame someone, and people were saying that, oh no, it's okay. I really can't have an opinion on very dark man, because honestly, I have not followed his work. I know I see this thing, sometimes I see certain headlines. I don't listen to his videos. I really don't know what is going on and whatever. So I'm not the best person to have an opinion on him, because I've really not followed his work. I know I just see him pop up. I know who he is. I see him pop up on this thing, but I've never really engaged. So I won't be able to tell you this is what I have about him. I really don't have an opinion on him, honestly. On Tuesday, talk about Abia State, but is there anything about agriculture? I don't have, okay, I just mentioned something about Abia State, but I have just a small piece of it. I don't have the thing. But the top 20 most expensive project in Abia State, because this is Tracker was putting these things together. Where is it now? The thing has disappeared. Okay. I didn't really see anything about agriculture. But there were so many things about buying cars. Why are you buying cars? Why is any government in Nigeria buying cars? There was even one that really made us shout to purchase of 2 number of Toyota Hilux. They put 1.5 billion. Abia State, are you people okay? Wetin dey happen? Are you okay? What car? 2 cars for 1.5 billion. Hilux, Toyota Hilux. What happened to Innocent? In short, as far as if I was a government, must you buy car now? Can't you have a car that say no car? We don't have the money. Let's use the money for something that is going to bring, people being able to earn money that they can use. But hey, but the top 14 most expensive things, there is nothing about agriculture. There is something, provision of connected learning network to 100 school, network 100 by 3 schools. 100 by 3 schools. I don't know what that means. That's about 20.1. Is that 20.1 billion or something like that? There was some road construction. There's something here. Special agro-industrial processing zone. So it's just an industrial processing zone. Special agro-industrial processing zones, Bende, Ukwa, and Umuneochi. They highlighted 24.4 billion naira was put to. So maybe that's the agric thing, as probably. So that's what established. Okay, Film Village. Other than that, I can't see. No, I can't see. That's the only agric something that I see. Oh, that's on the top most expensive 14 things. Maybe there are other things, of course, that will be there. I've not looked at this thing very well. Thank you too. I'm always following YouTube channel. Well done, my dear sister. Lucky in you. Thank you so much. Okay, I think I've answered the questions. Oh my goodness. Orikola Akala say politics and governance with Aisha, financial literacy with Aisha. Honestly, because the two are interrelated though. And I'll tell you something. I was one of those who didn't care about government, who didn't even realize the relationship between government and my life. It was until 2012 that policies that government were making were really affecting my business and turning things upside down. That was when I was like, this government has a lot of power and anything. How do we stop kidnapping? It's only government that can stop kidnapping. The security architecture and it's only federal government, not even state government, because those ones, they are just bearing chief security officer of their state. They are not really they don't really have any power. It's just a ceremonial title. It's the federal government that can stop it through the security agencies. But sometimes a lot of accusation we've seen is the fact that even the security agency people are also the ones that are involved in this thing. Please, I just put up a video now. Please go ahead, me watch it and share and like and put a comment on it. It says Tinubu Shettima and Chief of Army Staff. Let me look at the title. Tinubu Shettima and Chief of Army Staff all out of Nigeria. So that's the video that is up there. I put out 4 videos every day. Usually 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. That 9 p.m. is usually for my Nigerian diaspora brothers and sisters that are in the abroad, because that's the time they are really waking up and up to this thing. But yeah, politics, governance. Politics is very important, and it's part of our own lives. So we need to be part of it. That's the part I want to get Nigerians. I don't know how to get people to that. That's why I kept telling people, I said, look, even though the 2023 election was weak, that we made a major, it was a miracle what had happened. People were involved. Now we are losing that because people are getting to a place where they are becoming more and more disillusioned. Kinsley Alebo, thank you so much for your kind words. How do we stop hunger? Chukwu no so duagu. Hunger, it's also, all these things are governance. First of all, voting the right people. They will reduce cost of governance. They will ensure that there's security. One of the things that people don't realize is that farmers have been driven away from their farms. People can't farm anymore. There's insecurity. In short, I saw an article the other day. Bandits are telling farmers to pay 13 million before they can harvest their crops. So if they pay 13 million to harvest their crop, it's going to be expensive now. The farmers that they've killed, when they, is it Bagamari? I can't remember the name, where they killed about 100 and something rice farmers. Who is going to farm the rice they were farming? Nobody. That's the insecurity has caused a lot of things. They cause the hunger. People have been driven away from their farms. When we were talking about it, they were abusing us, insulting us. They called us fake news, this, that. I was like, because I'm part of the agri. I sell chicken feed. I've been selling chicken feed since the year 2002. Just after my daughter was born December 2001. That's my last child. And so I started that business 2002 when she was some months old. I then looked for shops, started. My first business was in 2000. Then I wasn't pregnant with my daughter. I already had my son. So, and in the agri world, and I kept telling people, because most farms, there are farms we used to supply that were in this like villages, big farms and stuff like that. They had to close down because of insecurity. There are people were being kidnapped. Most farms had to close down. So that's why there's this hunger. We kept telling people there's hunger. When Peter Obi was doing his campaign, he kept talking about food security, food security, food security, food security. He kept talking about how the north is such a big, and Nigeria has arable land. We're supposed to have people farming, give mechanized farming, not anyhow farming. But hey, we refuse to. The thing has, turned into something. So it's all part of the things that needs to be done. Farming has to be increased and stuff like that. For me, and one of the things that I always I talk about is the fact that if I was in position, if I was government, one of the things I would like, can we look at having open the borders, right? No more taxes on goods that are coming in. And people might say this is a very myopic way. No more taxes on goods that are coming in. Let people bring in cheap goods into Nigeria. Let Nigeria be the Dubai of Africa, where other African nations will be coming in to buy things cheaply. While that is being done, guess what will happen? There will be tourism. People that are coming in are going to be using transportation. When they come to Nigeria, they will eat food. When they come to Nigeria, they will do hotel. When they come to Nigeria, they put security measures. Let's have tourism. That will involve, people can have access to cheap food, this one, that one. They will be working. They have people that are coming in. We will also begin to build up and get revenue. And the government can tax some other businesses and stuff like that. People will be happy and willing to pay. I don't know. I just, sometimes I just think about, because you just need to be crazy. Just open this thing. That's just like what they do in Dubai. By the time you are bringing, these people are bringing in these things, so that Africans, instead of going all the way to Dubai, they will just come to Nigeria and buy things. When all these things are being brought, those companies that are bringing them in, make sure that you have enabling environment. They can have access to cheap capital. They have infrastructure. There's like the security, and then you train people, manpower, train citizens, train artisans to work on certain things. Those companies that are bringing things in, before you know what's happening, they'll begin to say, okay, let's establish a factory here, manufacture it here, and sell it, instead of bringing it from there and here. You begin to create jobs for your own people. I don't know. Maybe I don't know it here, the teacher. How do we create job in Nigeria? Thanks, Mama. So, okay, I think I've answered some of those things. How do we create jobs in Nigeria? Government don't create jobs. It's to give enabling environment for businesses to thrive. If businesses are thriving, they would be able to create jobs in Nigeria. This thing that they say they put 2 billion naira to create is just nonsense. You can't create jobs in that way. What you need to do is to put enabling environment for businesses to thrive. And so if businesses are established, for example, just look at Apple. Imagine Apple coming to Nigeria to set up an office. There is infrastructure. There will be jobs for people to do. People will be able to, and then we train people to work on certain things that they do. Imagine all of these companies that Africa is their market, coming to Africa to sell, because we already have population. We have a huge population that should be an advantage to us, but we are not using it because people are not trained. Nigerians are not trained on work when it comes to the education and everything. These are things, that we ought to really begin to work on and get those things done. And it's going to be done just like rocket science. Juju, thank you so much. My Chokodi, thank you so much. And I'm going to round up here to say thank you, everyone. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure, being with you all. And finally, I'm going to say a big thank you to Kingsley Ogiaraki that sent in a super thanks. Thank you so much. And God bless you. So everyone, it's been over 1 hour. It's been a huge, every Saturday we will do this. We'll see how it goes. the conversation. But at the end of the day, we can't run away from politics. But I do know also we need to also talk about what people want to hear, which is the financial literacy we need to talk about, and also, politics. We have a way of putting them together. So thank you so much, and bye bye. See you again next Saturday by the grace of God. We'll make it a weekly thing for now. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Once again, Kinsley Ogariaki, thank you so much for the super thanks. Bye everyone.